So, sorry for the movement. It's been a while since I've done a video. My family and I have recently moved across country. I don't know what's going on in our country right now. Well, I guess I should say, like, I have an idea. Everybody has their own idea, their own opinion of what's going on. My question is why? Why does it matter if I'm white? Which, looking at me, you would assume that. Does it matter if I'm Indian, Muslim, black, here legally, I guess, is the main thing. Everybody can come into this country to become an American, whether you were born here or not. There's always been oppression of, anything at all. This Black Lives Matter movement, I guess, being a white person, it would be wrong to speak on. I see some of their points. I really extremely do. But not all white people are bad. Not all white policemen are bad. Have I seen some videos where I'm like, the fuck? Yes, I have. Have I seen some actions of black people where I'm like, the fuck? Have I seen actions of people that I don't know if they're black, white, yellow, Asian, or what? They just look like Americans and been like, the fuck? Yeah. God gave us free will to act the way that we see fit. Whether or not other people see it fit is the question. Is it wrong or is it right? It's a matter of opinion. I'm not saying that having slaves back then was good, because it wasn't. But that was the time then. I'm sorry that, our country comes from that, but you have to know evil to know what's good. You have to hit bottom to come, sorry, from a makeup video before you're like, oh, her hand. Anyway, to come to the top. Am I sorry that things were the way they were? Every American should be. I've even heard Brits from other, places that are visiting and even some French, they don't understand how it was that way, or, things like that. They're sorry. It is in human nature to be sorry. It is our choice not to have history repeated, I guess, is what I should say. Personally, I don't have a problem. I don't care if you're black, white, yellow, what is it? How do they put it? Red. I don't care what color you are. My children don't see what color you are. I love you. You're an American. Actually, it's not even if you're like just American. Let me clarify that. You are a human being that God gave life to, or your ultimate creator, not to step on toes on religion, and you're here. And you're here for a reason. If it's being a housewife, raising children, and quick note on that, a lot of people think that that's not something for this time. That mother of 3 struggling, or not struggling, but raising her children could be raising the person who's going to cure cancer, who's going to defeat terrorism when they get older. You don't know why people are here. So just go with it, dude. Like, it hurts me to see that we as a country are so divided off of race. But we're either white Americans, black Americans, Mexican Americans. We all have the same thing in common. Americans. So we're all Americans. Why do we hate each other? Okay, when you see something that happened on the news that's wrong, voice your opinion. Get it out. Exactly. Don't let crimes go unpunished. But don't let things get too out of hand. When a bunch of people come together to protest, that's fine. I'm not trying to touch on toes. That's fine. Make sure you have enough, staff, because somebody organizes these, to back up and protect not only protesters, but the people who are, either coming to see what the protest is about, bystanders, anything like that. Make your voice heard. It is your American right to have your voice heard. It is your American right to sit for the anthem. It is your right, not to have your hand over your heart when you pledge. But to that, somebody had to die for that right. Or not even die. I know that my son and I went without seeing his dad, except for when I lost some extremely valuable family members to me. for almost 2 years straight. So it's not just like a losing life sacrifice. There's people out there every day who don't want to get up because people aren't getting up for the anthem. You know, they've made their voice heard. People have noticed, okay, what can you do to better it? Instead of sitting at every ball game, you know, go to a Congress meeting or something, get your voice heard on how you feel. Don't just keep doing it, I guess, basically to pee people off, because once your actions speak louder than words. You're just wanting to sit on your tuchus instead of going and doing something else about it. You know, there's so many more things that people could do instead of, oh, well, I ain't gonna stand for the anthem. Okay, so all day your butt be at home or at work, you know, paying taxes, working for Americans, doing this and that, sitting at home watching American TV, you know, getting welfare or whatever, if that's what you're doing. You know, some people may not bashing anybody who does, but America's still taking care of you, and you're still taking care of America. Get your voice heard. Don't do it all like douchebaggish, pardon my word, but be positive for change. If Martin Luther King Jr. can do protests and get it to where my son can gladly sit by any colored kid in his classroom without violence, this being like, you know, 2016, we can do better than this, America. Like, we are America. Don't you see that us dividing is opening gateways for other people to come in and take over our country? How would you like it if, you know, like, you know, your wife had to defy being a Christian and say no and watch her children being beheaded, which is happening on a daily basis? What if, you know, your family was, you know, Jewish or whatever, and they were like, well, you know, we're going to put all the Jews in a concentration camp? America doesn't do that. I don't care what America did in the past. It is 2016. It's your America. Okay? I mean, that's like the best way. It's your America. So why are we divided? Because, you know, there's, you know, some bad apples out there. Honey, you can go pick 100 apples and probably 15 of them will be bad, but that doesn't ruin the whole bunch. I promise you. I mean, you know, there's other alternatives. Now, I'm not saying that, you know, like, police don't come out and, you know, do something that they shouldn't do at protests or whatever. There's always a trigger, but there's always someone on edge and ready for that. You know, we all have to be accountable for our actions and our words. And I think as Americans, it should be like we're taught in school. We're America. We're up here. This is how we should be. Why are we letting color, 150 years after slavery ended, come into play? I didn't own anybody. My family didn't own anybody, as far as I know. I mean, back then they may have. But to that, I mean, back then, people's own family in Africa were selling them off. I am not by any means making any excuses, but I didn't. I sat in class and church, mind you, and have had black friends, mixed friends, Mexican friends, and I still do. And I would, how do I put it without being rude? I would stand up for them to the fullest extent that I had to, because they are my friends. I love them. You know, out in the street, I don't walk by somebody and go, they're black, why are they here? She's Mexican, why is she at this restaurant? That's like the farthest thing from my idea. If anything, when I go somewhere, the first idea is, oh dear God, my child's gonna see the candy and we're gonna have the whole, ah! That's like my first thought. Okay, like, it's not like, this cashier's black, this isn't gonna work for me. Have I seen this happen? Yes. Have I stood up for it? Yes. Should it happen? No. But everybody has their own right. But I just ask, as Americans as a whole, if we could stop, look around, listen to your surroundings. Don't use your mind, use your heart to make a decision. Case in point, it's been maybe a little over a year, but it's always stuck with me. There was a story of a 12-year-old black boy who, I don't know if the children got in a fight at the playground or not, but he went home, got a knife, and came back and killed a white 9-year-old. I don't care that they were black, that they were white. I care that they're children. They are not even teenagers yet. Do you all, like, do you understand it? And I posted that. I was like, it's a shame that children are taking these actions. And a guy told me that I would have a different viewpoint as a white if it was my son that got killed. No. I would be just as upset because this is a 12-year-old and a 9-year-old that are having these issues. I mean, this isn't a 27-year-old getting pulled by the cops and being tased for however long trying to defend himself. This is a 12-year-old who got upset as a child and went home and thought, I'm going to go kill this other child. Color had nothing to do with it. They're children. America, these people are going to be wiping our butts when, like, we're, like, 90. Like, so let's just think about that. Who do you want wiping your butt when you're 90? Somebody full of hate or somebody who's proud to be an American? Color didn't have anything to do with it. We have to come together for our future. I'm not going to speak on this election because I don't know about either candidate, honestly. I don't. But I'm going to pray for everyone in this country. And my arms are open to everyone here. Look, like a virtual hug. Like, I rubbed your back, just so you know, like I went when I give you a hug. Because, not to sound like hippie or anything, but maybe if when you went somewhere and you saw somebody and you were like, can I pray for you? Can I give you a hug? I'm glad that you got up today and are out to enjoy this day. Something instead of, I don't like your skin color. I don't like what you did to my heritage. I don't care if you like the Confederate flag. If you don't like it, I care if you like the ISIS flag or not, because then you're in the wrong country. I don't care if you celebrate Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa. If you don't, because some people don't celebrate like any holidays whatsoever. I don't care. You know what I care about? You woke up today. You're here today. You have a chance to make a difference. If it's society, if it's the person in front of you is short on something and you can lend them the $5, if it's so much as looking at someone and waving to them to acknowledge them that they are a human being and that you see them and that they matter. That's like all I ask. Stop seeing in color. Look for heart. Look for who the people are. You don't know everybody's story. If you want to find out their story, hey, everybody needs friends. And, you know, sometimes, I've heard that friends are God's way of apologizing for family. So if you had a rough childhood and you're alone and, you know, it's caused you to have this hatred and take a side that, you know, people, I guess, don't agree with, try seeing it from the opposite side. Go step over and be like, hi, how are you? I'm blah, 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 you know. Open up America. Like, flipping open up. We're Americans. This is why we were here, you know. That's why we're still here. For now, I guess is what I should say. We don't need to be divided anymore. And for my children's future, your children's future, your children's children, for the good of humanity, for the good of America, for your own good. I mean, do you want, like I told you, like, you know about these nursing homes? I mean, like, they could, like, wheel you out in a wheelchair and let you, like, bleh, because they don't care, because all they see is your skin color. You never know. I don't care. American, white American, black American, Mexican American, Jewish American, Irish American. Come on, guys and gals. Get with the flippin' program. Stop seeing color. We're all Americans. And people are dying every day for your right to sit on your tuchus, to stand up, or not. Just remember that for you to go, I don't like this, somebody is missing out on their family, or even worse. So just remember that. You have to take into account all factors before, I guess, you run your mouth. Think before you speak. Actions are louder than words. That's about all, like, the, I guess, venting that I have to do. Just be positive. It's not that hard. Well, I guess for some people it can be hard. But you can't dwell on the past. If you didn't like your past and you don't like how you feel, get up and change it. So, thanks for watching. You don't have to like or dislike. It's all in your American right. Or, you know, if you're from another country, it's in your right too, honestly, because God gave you a right. So thank you for watching.